Hello everyone, it is me Sasha Kawaii Cat, and in today's video I'll be designing some cute chibi wallpapers. So, my coffee shop has been looking very empty. There's currently only a few free line art available in my shop, and I decided I wanted to make some cute wallpapers for you all. The first 3 wallpapers that I'll be showing the drawing process for will be available in my coffee shop, and I'll be adding some more once I get the chance to design them. I hope you all like the designs that I'll be showing in this video, and the link to all the wallpapers will be in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, let's start this video. So for the first drawing, we have a cute space themed bunny girl. The initial idea for this was really just, I wanted to do something kind of similar to some drawings that I've done before on this channel, like a girl with like a dark skin tone and then poofy hair that sort of looks like clouds, but I didn't really follow through with that idea, not really. Like I added some stars into her hair and stuff like that, but the initial like space themed, some of what I imagined was like her having a bit more stars, like a sort of galaxy theme in her hair, and it being a bit more, you know, exaggerated and out there, but it kind of ended up being a lot simpler than what I initially thought. I've been looking through a book that I bought recently, which is it's Mayoko's art book. I can't really remember the name right now. I don't have it beside me, but it's an art book by Mayoko. I feel like most people know who she is because she's a very popular artist. So like with the design and stuff, I was like sort of skimming through her book to get some inspiration for this drawing. So the sort of like basically the layout of like the color palettes and stuff, you'll see once I get to that stuff, but like the coloring and stuff like that might look familiar to you all. I have a few other books that I use for inspiration when I'm drawing. So there's this really wonderful book. It's called Sketching from Imagination, and I have 2 books in this series. It's the anime and manga one, and then the Sketching from Imagination characters one. So I did look through those books to get some ideas for stuff like the poses, and that was really useful. Like I really like having access to like art books to just sort of look through for ideas and to draw inspiration from. Like usually I just go on Pinterest, but I mean, I still do that. I still go on Pinterest and look for like really cute art and just images to like get some inspiration from so that I can do a cute design or whatever. But just having like a physical book in my hand to like to look through is, I don't know, it's really cool. It sort of just having access to all the drawings and stuff, it sort of just is easier for me to draw inspiration that way, actually. It's hard to explain, but yeah, like having a physical copy of a book is kind of like a better feeling when you're drawing, in my opinion. For stuff like the coloring, like I was very much still just looking at the color palettes that Mayoko usually uses for her drawing, so I was mostly drawing inspiration from that. So like with the sky and the clouds and the pink and the pastel colors. Usually, I don't know if she draws like a lot of characters with darker skin tones. I don't, like, I've looked through the book, it's not really, but yeah. I made my character like have a dark skin tone because, you know, I thought she'd look really pretty. So, and of course she has like the dark hair and the stars in her hair. I was really just thinking about a previous drawing I did that looks similar to this one, kind of. And then I gave her the cute little glasses. I'm not very good at drawing glasses, I realize. Like, they don't look all that good, but I think they suit her. I think they like look good on the design. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just leave a comment and let me know what you guys think of the design. But yeah, overall I like how this first one turned out. Okay, so we're getting into the second drawing now, and For this design, you can see that the first thing that I did was I traced over the head shape of the first girl I did, because I kind of wanted them to look consistent. Like, I went for a chibi art style with all these drawings, but the truth is I'm not that good at drawing chibi these days because I don't draw chibi drawings that often. And usually it's sort of, I feel like my chibi drawings are more of like a semi-chibi drawing, if that makes sense. Like, usually the head of like a chibi drawing is like significantly larger than the body, and mine, it's not so much that. Like, I tend not to go too like oversized with the heads on these characters, so I wanted to trace over the first one so it was consistent. And yeah, so I went in to this design, and this one really, like, I really like how this one turned out. Like, I kind of got very detailed with this one. I think I spent a lot of time trying to make sure that this one looked okay, and sadly I actually lost the lost some of the like footage for this one, like some of the recording for this one. Like, all of the inking process is gone for this one. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't record it, or, well, it's not that I didn't record it because the app that I use records it automatically. I just didn't record it the right way, so it didn't really fit the rest of the video, so I didn't bother putting it in. It didn't really make any sense to put it in, like it would throw off the rest of the video, so I didn't. But yeah, that was disappointing. So we go straight from the sketching to the inking process. But yeah, I'll talk about the design for a bit. Like, I just wanted her to have like a bunch of cute pancakes around her. I think initially there were supposed to be like berries as well, like blueberries, but I think I made those like cherries instead or whatever. I kind of wanted to stick with a limited color palette, if that makes sense. So like I sort of like kept the colors consistent. That's something that I really like to do, actually. Like, having a limited color palette, I think, really works on drawings. So like, usually if I have like, I start with red, I'll just find usually if I have like red, I'll just find a gradation of that red to add like other colors. And then when I'm coloring, I try to find like contrasting colors so that some elements can pop. So like, there's a lot of red on this character, so that's why I added some white as well to like balance that out. But yeah, for this design, like, I wanted her to be sitting on pancakes, and initially I was gonna add like some syrup and stuff, but I was like, no. I think that's too much. I think the contrast with the pancakes works, like the lighter color in some elements, and I didn't want to cover it with like brown syrup or whatever. And yeah, this was really fun to do. I really like how this one turned out. I added the cute little the egg on her head. Yeah, that was the design for this one, and I really like how this one turned out. I think she looks really cute, and I don't know if this one is my favorite. Like, I really like the first one, but yeah, this one, I think I like the colors, the color palette that I went with for this one, the color scheme or whatever. All right, and now we're getting into our last drawing, and this one, I think, I don't know, I think maybe this one is actually my favorite, or maybe not, I'm not sure, but this one really turned out pretty well in my opinion. Like, I feel like for a lot of these designs, like, a lot of changes were made, and I sort of strayed away from a lot of the initial ideas I had for some of these drawings. And for this one in particular, I think the first drawing I did was actually like a robot sort of tech themed like design, and it didn't look very good to me, so I decided to go with something more floral themed. Initially I wanted it to be a girl, like another female character, but then I was like, nah, I think I'll make this character male. And so this one isn't a girl, like, but he does look very pretty. I tend to draw a lot of pretty boys for whatever reason. I just like how like long eyelashes and stuff look on male characters and stuff. So for this character, with the design and the drawing, I think initially what I was going for was like, I think there's some things that I forgot actually. So he was supposed to have like a bushy tail, and at some point the tail was gone, and like the chicks around him, I don't really know what I was going for with this one, because it's not the initial design that I had. The first design just didn't work, so I was like, okay, let's draw something else. So for this guy, I was like, okay, like maybe some like wolf ears would look cute, and then I'll have him having like a lot of hair, like long fluffy hair, and I'll add a bunch of flowers, and that will look cute. And I think it does look cute. I think it turned out very well, but I didn't really have like a strong idea going into this drawing. I sort of just had to quickly come up with something, because I just didn't like the first idea that I came up with of having like a robot boy or whatever. But this one I think worked. Like, I had to draw like a bunch of flowers, which I don't like drawing flowers really. Like, I like how floral themed drawings look. I like flowers and stuff like that. I find that I'm not very good at drawing flowers myself. At least that's what I think. I feel like I'm getting better actually. Now that I look at a drawing and I look over what I did, I think it looks okay. So to talk about the coloring for a bit, so again, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I was sort of like, I used some of like Mayoko's drawing again to like draw some inspiration from with like the color palette. So I was looking over some of her artwork and the sort of colors that she usually uses, because I feel like she has like some colors that she sticks to at times as well, but I think like she can get very interesting with like adding a variety of colors and stuff. So yeah, I was looking over some of her artwork and I was like, okay, I feel like I can draw some inspiration from this and that and that. And I feel like the color palette for this looked okay, but at one point you can see that I was like really considering like going with something more pink and purple again. For whatever reason, like I just really like those colors, and so sometimes I tend to stick to them, even though I don't want to a lot of the times. Like, I don't want to stick to the limited color palette, but it's just like, just because I really like the colors, like I'm more inclined to want to go with that sort of color scheme. So at some point in this video, you will see me like playing with the colors and really really considering if I should like not go with the sort of blue-green color scheme. But in the end, I did stick with the original color palette that I had for this character, and I think it works. Like, even though for this design, like it was sort of an afterthought, I don't know, I could argue that maybe it looks better than the other ones in some aspects. Like, at some point down the line, when once I moved away from the second drawing and I got to the third drawing, I realized that I sort of like, they were really filling up the canvas more because I started adding a lot more detail. Like, initially I thought the first one with the afro and the poofy hair was sort of detailed, but looking at the ones that I've done now, like I got more detailed once I went down the line, which I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I think it works, but yeah. That's just something interesting that happened, and I made a few mistakes with the drawing. Like, I had to go in and make some changes, but yeah, overall I like this one. I liked how it turned out. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. You can leave a comment for some name suggestions as well. So those are all the drawings. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my art and you'd like to show your support, please consider donating to my Ko-fi account. The link to that is in the description below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!